If you're feeling exhausted these days, you're not alone. In the event of too much stress stimuli with little recovery, burnout occurs. During any pandemic, an overload of stress occurs which overwhelms your body's central nervous system and limits the capacity for recovery. Cases of burnout can be seen clearly in healthcare workers who are battling the pandemic on the front lines. Our brains thrive off clarity, certainty, and structure. In the event of prolonged grief and uncertainty, the body physically and mentally gets exhausted, all of which has some physical symptoms attached to burnout, such as headaches or stomach aches. It is the combination of balancing work obligations, homeschooling children, or caring for sick relatives that anxiety starts to manifest in our bodies. What is burnout? Burnout is a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by excessive and prolonged stress. Burnout in the course of dealing with a pandemic can make you feel emotionally drained and unable to function in the context of many aspects of life. Burnout can lower your motivation and cause you to feel helpless, hopeless, and resentful. It may appear to show up suddenly during the long months of dealing with the social isolation brought on by the pandemic. Most of us are no strangers to stress and anxiety. However, when this is a sustained event, it can be overwhelming, especially in a pandemic where there is a high level of stress being prolonged over a period of time without respite or opportunities to carry out the simple tasks of normal life. Simply put, burnout shows up when you are exhausted because of excessive and prolonged stress. Some signs of burnout include feeling overwhelmed, emotionally drained, lacking energy, empty and unmotivated, and unable to meet your daily demands. You may feel an increase in irritability, notice increased conflict in your relationships, or feel like you want to crawl into your bed and never get out. You feel stuck, exhausted, and hopeless. This may even be accompanied by physical symptoms. You may have backaches, headaches, and maybe even a loss of appetite. Sleep might be disrupted and you may become reclusive even during social distancing. You may have difficulty getting things done and you may be struggling with working from home. Your confidence may be affected and you may feel like you cannot cope. This is in addition to feelings of helplessness, like there is no way out of this situation. Burnout is a rational response that can be prevented by adopting a few simple techniques and routines that will protect your mental health during the global COVID-19 pandemic. It may feel like you are tired of staying vigilant as the economy is opening up and we are moving to level 1. You may have fears on returning back to work. In the next videos, we will be discussing burnout and give you some tips on how to prevent it so you can restore your mental health during the lockdown even as the levels are lowered. We are not out of the woods yet and need to sharpen our skills in self-care.